It's presented by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Bucks, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Jones. And incomplete to open things up.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 16 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson.
And once again, it's Eskridge.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And some room to work. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Let's go. Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Throwing, Jones. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. These two teams all tied after 1. And he will find his man on the outside. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. Johnson's got it complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with a 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tyler Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember that touchdown. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out to his left.
And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Now it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. To throw again is Wilson. Touchdown! That's caught. Zach Ertz with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Parkey with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Jones now on 1st and 10.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed.
And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Seahawks on one play have taken the lead.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer,
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 3rd and 2, Jones. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Lockett. 31 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now it's Wilson. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just past the 35. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
Expect nothing less, baby. Expect nothing less.
He will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on second down. Wilson, and now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
They'll roll him out right.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Parkey with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Diggs with a good footwork. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Oh, nice move in midfield. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. To throw is Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Jones. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. Here's Jones. It's another 10 yards on that one and another. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
Come on, fellas.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to the 10.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So the victory here for Seattle. And, of course, this win a big one.